Welcome to Farming Aid.
When the world's climate keeps changing and farmers everywhere are struggling to keep their herds productive in rising heat and drought, two cattle breeds have stepped into the spotlight as true survivors. The Droughtmaster from Australia and the Bonsmara from South Africa, both born from harsh, unforgiving environments, are proving that smart breeding and natural resilience can rewrite the rules of modern beef production. In this video, we're diving deep into the ultimate showdown between these two climate warriors. Which one handles heat stress better? Which delivers stronger fertility, faster growth, and better returns under tough conditions? And most importantly, which breed truly deserves the title of the world's most climate-resilient beef producer? So, stay tuned, hit that like button, subscribe if you love learning about powerful livestock genetics, and let's find out who really wins the Droughtmaster vs. Bonsmara, climate-resilient cattle showdown. Picture the Droughtmaster. This breed emerged in northern Australia with survival at its core. It is a composite of British and Bos Indicus types, but the selection pressure was always for beef performance in the dry tropics. That shows in a compact, muscular animal with a temperament suited to low-input systems. Droughtmaster breeders have long prioritized fertility, hardiness, and maternal ability over extreme growth traits. The result is a cow that will hold condition on thin feed, calve regularly, and raise a good calf with minimal intervention. For producers whose biggest risks are long hot seasons and irregular rainfall, that maternal reliability is one of the most valuable traits you can ask for. Now consider the Bonsmara, born in South Africa with a different but equally rigorous agenda. Bonsmara breeders deliberately crossed European Bos Taurus breeds with Afrikaner cattle, then exercised strong selection for fertility, weight gain, and adaptability. The philosophy was to create an animal that could deliver high beef yields while coping with African heat and disease pressure. Bonsmara cattle are known for early maturity and efficient growth, and they often show better feed conversion under the right management. That efficiency translates to shorter time to market and relatively lower lifetime resource use per kilogram of beef, which matters in regions where feed and grazing quality swing seasonally. Both breeds therefore speak to resilience, but they approach it from different angles. Droughtmaster emphasizes maternal traits, persistence, and an ability to weather long dry spells with minimal supplementation. Bonsmara leans more heavily into performance and efficient production while holding on to robust health and adaptability. That distinction becomes critical when a farm's key constraints are either chronic low-quality forage or the need to maximize return on a limited window of productivity. Put differently, if your pasture is never great and you need cows that will simply keep going year after year, the Droughtmaster philosophy makes sense. If you have management strategies that can support rapid finishing or you need faster turnover to capitalize on available feed, Bonsmara might be the better fit. Temperament and manageability also separate these breeds in practice. Droughtmaster cattle were selected in part for easy handling under extensive conditions. They tend to be docile relatives, which matters when you operate extensive mustering systems, or when you rely on a small crew to handle large areas. Calm cattle are easier to move, check, and vaccinate, and they save labor over the long run. Bonsmara be equally manageable, particularly when selected for temperament, but they are often pushed more toward performance. That means careful handling and infrastructure may be more important if your objective is to squeeze the best daily gains from them. For many commercial operators, the trade-off is clear: to support that performance. Disease resistance and parasite tolerance are constant concerns where heat and humidity prevail. The Droughtmaster carries a strong complement of traits from Bos Indicus ancestors that deliver better tick resistance and heat tolerance than many European breeds. That does not mean they are immune to all pests and diseases. It means lower baseline stress and often fewer treatments, which reduces costs and improves welfare. Bonsmara, while not as strongly Indicus influenced, benefits from deliberate selection for hardiness. South African breeders had to contend with both climate and endemic disease pressures, so Bonsmara genetics reflect a careful balance. In practice, this means that Bonsmara herds managed in similar environments often perform well, but the local parasite mix and disease pressure should inform which breed will be cheaper to keep over time. Fertility and calving intervals are where differences become financially tangible. Droughtmaster cows are typically selected for consistent calving and strong mothering instincts, and those are traits that compound value through the years. A cow that calves every year and weans a healthy calf generates predictable income, and in drought years the advantage is magnified. Bonsmara also shows excellent fertility when managed well, but their emphasis on early maturity can be a double-edged sword. Early maturing bulls and heifers can accelerate production cycles, but they may require more attention to body condition at calving to prevent reproductive issues. In short, both breeds deliver fertility, but the Droughtmaster selection history gives it an edge in low-input situations where body condition is hard to maintain. Carcass and market traits matter as well because resilience must also pay at the sale yard. Bonsmara was bred with beef production front of mind. The breed tends to produce carcasses with favorable fat cover and conformation for many markets. That structural efficiency is an attraction for producers who want resilient animals that still meet market specifications. Droughtmaster carcasses are also commercially acceptable and have good beef quality, but producers sometimes prioritize survivability and maternal productivity over maximum carcass weight. The choice becomes a financial balancing act. If market specifications in your region reward leaner, quickly finished carcasses, Bonsmara could provide better returns. If markets place a premium on steady supply and lower production costs, Droughtmaster may be more profitable in real terms. Feed efficiency under variable conditions is another major consideration. Bonsmara's European influence gives it the capacity for faster weight gains on good feed, making it efficient in systems where supplementary feed or high-quality pasture is available periodically. Droughtmaster shines when feed is scarce or variable. Their ability to maintain condition and keep producing on coarse forage means less reliance on purchased feed. For many low-input pastoralists, this translates to resilience not just in climate but in cash flow. Less money spent on supplementary feed during tough seasons preserves capital for other investments. At the same time, a mixed strategy can work well. Some operations use Droughtmaster cows and Bonsmara bulls to combine maternal resilience with growth potential in offspring. That kind of pragmatic crossbreeding is one of the reasons both breeds have found international homes. Adaptability to landscape and management system must be part of any decision. Droughtmaster was honed in wide, harsh landscapes with long distances between water and forage. They are suited to extensive grazing systems and can handle large paddocks with minimal handling. Bonsmara was developed with an eye toward commercial, efficient production under African conditions that include mixed feed availability and variable rainfall. They can work in both extensive and semi-intensive systems, where paddock rotations or strategic supplementation are used to boost growth. Which is better for you depends on your enterprise scale, labor, fencing, and water distribution. If you run large properties with limited infrastructure, Droughtmaster is a proven choice. If you have paddock management, better water access, and the appetite to invest in finishing, Bonsmara will reward that management. Genetic improvement and breeder support also shape outcomes. Both breeds have active breed societies and international networks that support improvement, performance recording, and semen availability. Bonsmara has been exported and adapted across many African countries, Australia, and South America. And the support networks tend to favor performance recording and structured improvement programs. Droughtmaster also benefits from breeder cooperation, especially in Australia and parts of Southeast Asia. The practical implication is that access to quality sires, recorded performance data, and herd testing will influence how fast you can improve your herd, regardless of breed. If you plan to intensify or create a branded product, choose the breed with the better support network in your region to access proven genetics and technical advice. Market positioning and value chains should not be forgotten when you evaluate breed choice. If your buyers value consistency and the ability to supply through tough seasons, a Droughtmaster-based herd that can reliably produce calves each year is attractive. If buyers prize faster growth, better conformation, and a shorter finishing window, Bonsmara will likely fit better. Some producers build niche brands around climate resilience or low-input beef. Others focus on premium markets that pay for carcass specifications. Your buyers and the requirements of your supply chain should influence your selection as much as the climatic adaptability of the animals. There are also opportunities for mixed systems that intentionally use each breed where it suits best. That dual approach leverages the strengths of each breed while smoothing the risk profile of the enterprise. It is a pragmatic solution that reflects the reality that no single breed will excel in every corner of a farm. Smart producers look for complementarities rather than rigid loyalty to a single breed. Finally, consider long-term genetic strategy. In a changing climate, flexibility and diversity in your herd genetics are strengths. Selecting for robust fertility, good maternal instincts, and resistance to local parasites is often more important than chasing incremental gains in growth. Both Droughtmaster and Bonsmara offer pathways to resilience, but their best use will depend on your landscape, your labor and infrastructure, and your market. Performance recording, whether simple weight and calving records or more advanced genomic tools, will amplify whichever path you choose. In the end, the Droughtmaster versus Bonsmara comparison is not a battle with a single victor. It is a conversation about trade-offs, risk management, and matching genetic potential to environment and market. Droughtmaster excels when survival, maternal reliability, and low input costs are front and center. Bonsmara shines when early maturity, carcass efficiency, and feed conversion are priorities within a management system able to support those traits. Many successful producers do not view the choice as exclusive. They combine genetics, manage cleverly, and build systems that take the best from both worlds. If you want a quick way to make this practical on your farm, start with a clear assessment of your limiting resources. Is water distribution and forage quality your main constraint? If so, Droughtmaster genetics will likely give you steadier results. Do you have pasture improvement plans, paddock infrastructure, and a market that rewards faster finishing? If yes, test Bonsmara performance on a subset of the herd and measure growth rates and carcass traits. Keep good records and be willing to iterate. Breeding is a long game, but short-term trials will reveal how each breed handles your unique combination of soil, climate, and market. This showdown is not a knockout match. It is a strategic decision with many variables. Droughtmaster brings the calm, the maternal grit, and the ability to keep the herd functional through hard seasons. Bonsmara brings efficient growth, carcass quality, and an ability to be a powerful performer where management supports it. Both have been forged in harsh conditions and both will continue to be relevant as climate challenges increase. Your job as a producer is to take these genetic advantages and place them into systems that convert them into resilience, income, and long-term sustainability. There's no single winner here, just two champions shaped by different challenges. The Droughtmaster dominates in harsh, extensive conditions where resilience is everything. The Bonsmara excels where resources allow for more intensive management and high beef output. Together, they show that climate resilience isn't about one perfect breed, but about choosing the right genetics for your land, your feed, and your future. So, which side are you on? Team Droughtmaster or Team Bonsmara? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of climate-smart cattle, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss more videos on the world's most remarkable livestock. Thanks for watching, and remember, in the world of farming, resilience is the real power that keeps us growing.